So we're here, it's very, very cold, blustery, early October morning, and we're about to do 1,000 steps, which I've done before, but I haven't done a video of, and it's a brutal hike. It's tough, we'll see, but really, really cold right now. So here we are at 1,000 steps. It is gonna be a tough hike, but there is some cool stuff up top, which we will show you. Probably not too much of the fall colors yet. Next week or the week after might be peak for this area. So when you start the, it's all there. Start the trail, there is some abandoned structures, something water related. See the water coming out right there. So here's a little kiosk explaining about 1,000 steps. You want to pause and read. It talks about the construction, and here's actual steps right here. And this is where my fun begins. So here's the first 100 steps, and 900 something more to go. Here's 200. Whew. This is not easy. Not easy when you're out of shape like me. I haven't done a hard hike in a while, but I'll push through. I'm gonna get to the top. There's my brother up there. There's a view up here. Like I said, I'm really out of breath. It is a tough hike. Here's a kiosk talking about Allegheny wood rats, which aren't doing too good. If you want to pause and read, you can. Here's one of the first views coming up from the steps I just came from. It's just gorgeous up here. It's like I said, it's extremely windy and cold. It's on like 45 degrees up here. Some fall colors are coming through, but it's still a lot of green. Here's 400. I don't know where my brother got to. He's way up there. But if I remember correctly, this is one of the tougher stretches. So we'll see how I do. Here we are at the halfway mark. And like I said, I believe it gets harder, and I'm already gassed. They say don't leave your brothers behind, and my brother left me behind. Or you can say I left my brothers behind. So here we are at 600, and it is really breezy and just such a steep gradual incline. Here is 700. So between 500 and 700 is brutal. Oh, my brother did wait for me. He's up there. So we got like over 300 more steps to the top. Here we are at 800. Ooh, over 200 more left. So after 800 is a small overlook. Not too bad. Here is 900. Whew. Almost the top, but this is kicking my ass. I ain't gonna lie. Woohoo! We made it to 1,000. It's actually more than 1,000. But there's 2 overlooks up here and an abandoned railroad shed. So we'll be showing that to you shortly. So we were at the top. We're now heading to the Dinky shed. It was 3/4 of a mile, and it took us about 25 minutes to complete, which me and my brother on hikes, we're usually averaging like 21 minutes in a mile. So 25 minutes, only 3/4 of a mile. Shows you how tough of an incline that is. So I finally caught up to my brother, and he says, tell you the truth, that was pretty easy. So there you have it, the man, the myth, the legend. Day hiking dude, Tommy, setting his older brother straight. I wasn't saying it was easy. and I'm huffing and puffing. Still haven't even caught up to them yet. So here we are, dinky shed, this old railroad shed. We'll explore a little bit, go around it, show you what it's like on the inside. Here we are, going into this dinky shed, which I'm gonna assume they put rail cars in here. Graffiti, as usual. And probably a view down here. You can see and get pictures from here of the shed, but yeah, here's a view right here. So I'm in front of the dinky shed. You might be able to get on top. I'm not sure. Whoa, almost fell there. And heading back inside. And that's what it is, looking out on the dinky shed. So here we are, gonna exit this old railroad shed. So you can get on top of the dinky shed. Someone's piled rocks. So we're gonna climb up there just to show you what it looks like. Right here, there's some rocks people built up so you can climb on top. So here we are at the top of the dinky shed, flat roof, a little bit slanted. And then here's the overlook from up here. Just gorgeous. Man, what a view. One last look from the top of the dinky shed, then we're gonna head to the Mapleton overlook. So after the dinky shed, it really levels off. Pretty much flat, a little bit of an incline, but not like climbing up 1,000 steps. So Mapleton overlook's a really good overlook. So we'll see when we get up there. Here we are at Ledge Quarry and Mapleton overlook. Just gorgeous, but a tough hike. Took us about, let me check here, 1.25 miles to get to. So here's Mapleton overlook on the Standing Stone Trail, just past 1,000 steps. Gorgeous views up here. All right, so now we're gonna head to the East View overlook. If you get to the top of the 1,000 steps, this will be towards your right. And I think this follows the old railroad bed, and we should get good views. Here's a good view right here. Right here. So just a gorgeous view looking down onto 1,000 steps. And we're gonna follow this old road to the end of the trail. It'll be a lookout or an overlook. So just some really good sweeping views on top of this big rock field. Just gorgeous up here. Some old stone walls, obviously in association with the railroad. I think this was an old railroad bed right here. And more stone walls line the way. So here we are. The last overlook on our hike is the East View overlook. There's nothing really spectacular about this East View overlook, but the views to get here are pretty spectacular. So now we're headed back down the 1,000 steps. It's a really tough hike. It's got really good views. Not easy to get to, but you are rewarded at the end with some abandoned structures and some really good overlooks.